Happy first day, Thor's Day, which is coming of course from Thor, and that's why this is a great day to further take our journey into the 24 Elder Futhards runes. And today let's have a look at the meaning of the rune Thurisaz. Thurisaz is one of these runes that actually give you an insight in your soul's journey that represents challenge. Challenge, but also a major obstacle, like a giant force that is coming into your life where you're looking up against, that is robbing you from your personal power, for example. So let's have a look what this could mean, but also let's have a look at what we could do, because also it can also hold part of the energy of Thor itself. Now, and then of course we also look at the shamanic meaning behind it. So Thurisaz. Thurisaz holds the energy of the giants. Now Thor, who used to be the protector, who fought between Asgard, the upper world, and the middle world, our world, fighting for humanity, and he was basically like a giant slayer. He fought against the giant, because once we have in our 9 different worlds within the world tree, of course we also have the realm of the giants, the frost giants, and they caused lots of havoc on Midgard, who were always fighting against humans. And that's why we had Thor, who used to be a protector between the upper world and the middle world, and who fought against these giants, and he brought these giants into another realm so humans will be able to live freely here. Now, this incredible amount of mythology could hold a lot of meaning, because of course there are also stories of the beginning of mankind, the Nephilim, or other entities that were like major giants who were basically enslaving mankind. So there are different stories as well, which is of course very, very fascinating. But now within our daily life, if you draw the rune Thurisaz within a rune reading, for example, that could really mean is that you are faced with a major obstacle, a challenge, a block, a giant force so great that it's very difficult to really to see what is really going on in your life. There's also a reversed meaning behind it. Meaning is that you probably do not have the strength and the power to really to break through this pain. Okay, so the giant was the beginning before the Christianization of Europe, and later Thurisaz started to hold the symbol of the thorn. Okay, so that was really like after the Christianization of Europe. So when we think about the thorn, we could think about maybe Jesus Christ, who was wearing the thorn on his head when he was being crucified. So the giants, that of course is really coming from Norse and Germanic mythology. So when you pull the rune Thurisaz within a reading, of course there could be like different meanings to it as well, that goes together with other runes as well. So that's really something to be very cautious of if you pull this rune within a rune reading with multiple staves as well. So when we think about the shamanic meaning together with the symbol of thorn and what we can do about it, because within shamanism we can think about the lightning strike. The lightning strike, which is a symbol of being hit by thunder, being hit by a thunder, by a lightning strike. Also it goes really very hand in hand with the energy of Hagelas as well, like a massive hailstorm that could completely destroy fertile lands, which is sometimes also needed for rebirth or entering into a new phase within our life. Now we are all hitting a point within our life when we are faced with a massive giants, and this could be like within our health, within our wellness, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. It could be within our finances, for example, within our relationships, when we are faced with a massive outside force that requires a deeper sense of knowledge, wisdom and strength, both physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually. That is really needed to break through this obstacle. Okay, so being faced with this giant is sometimes needed, which can be like part of the lightning strike that we talk about within shamanism, because this lightning strike, it can really almost like crush us. It can basically help us to go through a certain level of death. We die within facing this obstacle, for example, and then we go through a rebirth. So this could be like part of an initiation or a rite of passage that goes, of course, together with other runes as well. So how do we navigate that? This is really one of the most important questions, really, because when we think about Thor, which is the energy that we really need in order to navigate these turbulent times, Thor is all about protection. He was the protection between the upper world and the middle world, Midgard. When we think about the upper world, we can think about our higher self, for example. And then the middle world, Midgard, we think about more our conscious self. Okay, so all this mythology, it really relates to our human life as well, but just really written in different stories. Also, Thor was of course a symbol of the god of air, the lightning strike. So when we think about the air, we can think about the atmosphere of our planet, of Earth. And when we think about our atmosphere, the magnetic field of the Earth, the magnetic field is there to protect us from outside forces, energy, cosmic waves from the galaxy, the sun and all of it. But also, when we think about the magnetic field, we can also think about the magnetic field of human energy. Okay, so for us it's therefore very important to amplify our magnetic field by paying much more attention to our health, our wellness, our fitness, and looking after our mental health, emotional well-being, spiritual health. This is really what is needed when we are faced with that kind of obstacle. So that can of course really build our strength. So when we want to bring in the energy of Thor, we really need to start thinking like, how can we amplify our health, wellness, fitness, spirituality? Because we need more knowledge, wisdom, strength at all different levels. So for me, of course, I also have been hit many times with these giants within my life, whether it be through financial obstacles or anything like that. And I can't really see ahead behind this massive giants. Then of course I pay more attention to my health, my wellness, my fitness, my well-being. Because we live in a time of course, lots of turbulence, conflicts, chaos on so many different levels. So for the last year, that's why, to bring for me the energy of Thor, I really started to pay more attention to my fitness and weightlifting and CrossFit. I started off last year, first starting off by going 3 times a week. Of course, I'm taking on lots of supplementations in order to go through my recovery, build my health, and really focus on that. Because of course I also was being faced and challenged by mental health challenges, emotionally as well, where I felt drained and fatigued and all of it. And then we need to rebuild our vitality in this world. So fitness, weightlifting, CrossFit, all great ways to build up strength at many different levels. Okay, because sometimes we go through these rite of passages for quite some time. And then eventually I started joining the CrossFit gym for at least 5 times a week, really building lots of strength in weightlifting. Because the more we take care of the temple, which is our physical body, then of course the spirit can build up strength and resilience as well. So we can start to slay our giants that we are up against. Okay, so this is kind of really like the energy of Thurisaz. When we pull this one into a reading, it really represents more of our soul's journey. It can help us through our rite of passage or initiation into higher consciousness. It is also part of the shamanic journey, because to get initiated into shamanism, we go through a rite of passage or a long time of initiation, when of course we are being faced with lots of health challenges. So the energy of the rune Thurisaz plays a massive role in that as well, and it's not being solved overnight. This can take weeks, months, maybe years, for example. So when I look back, I've been faced with this type of challenges definitely since 2012 until now, and now I'm slowly coming out of this dark time that I've been in for a very, very long time. So this is of course a lot of patience, resilience, strength is needed to face these type of obstacles, and that's of course really what we do here on this channel. So when you want to focus more on building your health, your wellness, your fitness, then the first thing is pay attention to your nutrition. And I made another playlist about that where I really show you where I get my supplementations from in order to build your health, your wellness, your strength and all of it, especially when you want to go and hit the gym, because you don't really see what else that you could do right now in terms of your career. You feel a little bit stagnated, for example, you go through a time of death and rebirth, then paying attention to your fitness is really going to help you to build your temple, so the spirit can flow through that as well. So below this video, within my description, you will find a link where I take my supplementation from, which is from Live Goods. You can have a look at this website to get educated on that. Of course, I made a playlist with more in-depth videos. And if you want to know where you are at within your soul's journey, of course, we can schedule a one-on-one reading together with a shamanic healing journey as well, where we can bring the energy of the runes within your energy field as well, in order for you to navigate through these times. All right, so hope this was helpful. In case you have any further questions, then please let me know. Simply drop a comment below, like, subscribe, feel free to share, and also of course join our community, which is more related and dedicated towards the lone wolf sigma male, who are here to dedicate themselves on remembering, rediscovering their purpose in life. All right, just follow the link in my description, germanicwellness.com, and I look forward to see you in one of my next videos. Take care for now.